Hello, this is Irene with SaugaTalks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking time from your busy morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. If you're watching us on LinkedIn, please follow us. Follow us, comment, like, make sure that your network is familiar with what you're talking about here because this is a fascinating and very rewarding experience for myself. And I hope for my guests, and I hope for everyone who is really part of this community. So if it's LinkedIn, X, YouTube, or wherever. Maybe you're listening to us as a podcast on major podcasting platforms. So please spread the knowledge, spread the good word around. Because again, the leaders, the business entrepreneurs, tech entrepreneurs, influencers, architects, practitioners I'm speaking with here, really sharing their time and their wisdom. So let's make sure people hear about us, and let's make sure that you're really part of this community, contributing, making your opinion known. So today, I'm extremely privileged. Chandresh Desai is with me. Chandresh, how are you?
I'm good, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing incredibly well because you know what? Cloud strategies and cloud optimization has been on my mind for a number of months now, and that's, I guess, it's not a surprise to you because you're an expert, you're a leader in the platforms, in strategies, and actually you're a practitioner yourself. So why don't you, Chandresh, start with trends, the trends that in technology and business that driving cloud optimization today.
Yeah, so the cloud optimization is like a great topic nowadays. Many people are like talking about the cloud optimization, cloud cost management. So right now, if you can see the Gartner's trend, so there are like a few, like 2 years back, there was like a $491 billion. There was a cloud spend, and this year they are predicting it close to $600 billion this year, and by 2025 it could be goes to the $1 trillion cloud spend. So I believe cloud is emerging market, and many customers and many peoples are like corporation enterprise, they are moving from on-premise to the cloud now. And I believe if the everybody is moving to the cloud, then cloud cost optimization is like the biggest challenges for that one. And cloud cost optimization is just not for getting the saving the cost in the cloud, but it's also saving the resources, like a proper utilization there, and how we can get like most cloud cost value out of your that business. So this is the one of the trending topics nowadays in the cloud, and this is the one of the biggest good point as well. Like if you can reduce the cost using different cloud cost optimization technique. And the FinOps, it's one of the non-profit organization is also has like many techniques they are supporting. And I'm already FinOps practitioner, and implementing cloud cost optimization techniques, and getting the getting the better business outcome and values there.
Beautiful. Chandresh, can you share with us some examples maybe of successful cloud optimization strategies that led to significant improvements?
Yes, so I can definitely share all this information. So there are like a few examples there. Let's say if you have cloud resources spin up into that EC2 instances, or if you have resources in like a containerization there, or if you use the cloud techniques like during the migration you use like a lift and shift. So if you have EC2 instances there, I believe like if you can use uh, cost optimization technique in terms of how to use as a commitment based discount, you can use there are like multiple techniques to utilization your rate in terms of saving plans or reserve instances. You can also check your resources efficiency and the metrics, and based on those techniques you can definitely save your cost, and it will be definitely help you to the billing in like a monthly basis. And this is kind of low hanging fruits there. And if you are using like a Kubernetes, for example, as a containerized orchestration engine, and then there are options to choose as a like spot instances underlying host, and it will be give you the biggest cost saving, like 80% cost saving in your resources. So those kind of things we can definitely implement as a like low hanging fruits, and then we can go with the step by step as a so let's say once you already implemented the first as a crawl step, for example, in FinOps, to low hanging fruit to reduce the cost, and then you can go for the walk step, and check the like right sizing. So few of the instances, EC2 instances, is like not utilized properly, then you can reduce the instance size there. And few of the instances like are utilized, then you can definitely check your performance, because if your utilization rate is really high, then your performance of the application will be goes down. So those kind of checks you can definitely keep checking in your daily day-to-day job activities, because those things help you a lot of in your cost saving, like performance benefits, and like proper utilization in your applications.
Chandresh, what role does observability play in ensuring seamless operations? Like preventing downtime in cloud-based infrastructure. I mean, what kind of, again, challenges and advice you see there that leaders can benefit from?
So the observability is one of the second challenges, like let's say I can say in the cloud environment. So there are like resources in AWS or Azure or any other cloud, and you already spin up that. And if you don't have like a proper metric setup, then you are losing a lot of the cloud waste, and also you can also not utilizing your application properly. So the observability is one of the key things when you pull up the data from like your applications, like efficiency, CPU, data, RAM metrics, and through the like a Prometheus, for example. And you can also create a dashboard in any open source technology like Grafana, or you can also use any third party tools there. And based on that toolings and Grafana things, you can also create a dashboarding, and those things will help you to be properly utilize your applications and resources and servers there.
Concerns persist, and how in this environment cloud optimization enhance the overall cybersecurity in the organization, you think?
Yeah, so I mean, like once you move to the cloud, the security is like a top-notch primary things, because let's say, for example, if you already created resources and you store the data in S3 or any other like EBS volumes there, and if you don't have like a proper secure your resources in terms of like you don't have like ACL properly set up or not security group properly set up. Then it will be definitely intrusion happen. And so the main thing is that if you have already the security setup, and some user or some developer just wide open the permission there, then you can easily or immediately get the alert in your system. So those kind of observability and the security dashboarding things should be set up properly in your environment.
Absolutely. You brought developers, okay? And every time I read about FinOps and observability in cloud environment, okay, how the role of everyone just changed in front of us, from software engineers, developers, testers, everyone. What about this almost personal responsibility for your cloud spend? How does that, mindset changing right now?
Yeah, so I mean, like previously when the all the corporation was in the data center, so at the time, whenever the developer ask or engineer ask like resources, they are like get the resources based on the availability of that existing data center resources there, and they will like get like a number of virtual machines or CPU or RAM accordingly. And now we are in the cloud, so those thing is like unlimited. User, any like a developer or engineer can create their own AWS account or corporate account in and attach to the organization, and create like their EC2 instances resources based on like there is unlimited things there. So there should be definitely there is a metrics and observability there. So each and every user, for example, developer, engineer, executives, as well as the product owner, they're all responsible for the AWS costing. So they should have like a proper visualization, like a dashboarding things or like observability for each and every part of that pipeline or life cycle there. And they can see the metrics, efficiency, and the costing, billing, all this data they can see there. And based on that they can scale up or scale down the applications, or like they can use the metrics properly.
Yep, yep. You brought up the metrics, all right, and of
Yeah.
course the KPI metrics and KPI. So which ones? I know people get reports on tons of different parameters. You're all right, different KPIs. So in your experience, right, what are the most critical that CTOs, CIOs, all the way managers, team leaders can get a hold of? So which one you found the most effective in the cloud optimization efforts?
So, I mean, the C-level executive, they are like mostly prefer the KPI, what should be the costing there. They don't like deep dive into the observability part and the metrics level things. But like, for example, other as a developer and engineer, they are mostly using like the CPU, RAM, matrix, and those level of costing there. So there is always gap between the C-level executive uh, and like a developer or engineer, because and the few techniques like a FinOps strategy, few strategy, you can combine those people, like those personas into the one dashboarding or one kind of what the platform there, so it will be visualization for everybody. Okay, so you can the C-level executive can see the costing and the KPI on the executive level dashboard, whereas the developer or engineer can see the observability and the costing and metrics is there, and developer level centric platform there.
Some of the best practices, okay, that you found, because of course every organization have their own approach, and in many ways, their unique requirements, their unique needs, however common some of them could be. But in your experience, all right, so what are the best practices in terms of like establishing the KPIs, keeping the KPIs? Because getting the reports, getting the numbers, sometimes it's really distraction. Okay, so how to make it really productive and not necessarily right, just damaging the work environment. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And it's absolutely necessary there. For example, like to say if you are using the cloud, and you can definitely track your all the cloud billing, and based on that you can forecasting like a yearly basis or probably like a 6 month basis. So there are like a lot of third party tool is coming right now, and many people like using those third party tooling there. And based on those tooling, you can also create your benchmark. For example, like what is the last 6 month billing, cloud billing there, and you can drill down that cloud bill, like what the service was, how much service was utilized there, and does it like giving the best business value or not. And those kind of based on the service or based on the application level tagging and allocation, you can create a KPI level things, and you can keep tracking the KPI in each and every month. And those kind of reports should be definitely shared with executive and responsible personas there. And I'm sure, like based on like 6 to 8 month of tracking, you can get some like better understanding of your like cloud cost and usage optimization details there.
Yep, yep, beautiful, beautiful. So, we cannot talk about cloud optimization without mentioning emerging technologies, okay? So, which emerging tech or trends should the CTOs, directors, managers, developers, keep an eye on to stay ahead in cloud optimization? Because it's evolving as we speak, don't you think?
Right. Yeah, I mean, those things is like emerging technologies is definitely helpful to tracking those costs. Let's say all the cloud provider giving you the data for all the cloud cost, and in each and every services and per minute level or per hour level there. So you have already the historical data there you can create a dashboarding based on the historical data, but for the prediction and the forecasting thing, so based on that historical data, you can create like emerging technology for AI, ML, and based on past history, you can definitely create a prediction for what is the cloud cost for next 6 months, or what is the cloud cost for next 1 year. So that's the definitely helpful to create a budgeting and the forecasting things.
Beautiful. You did mention AI and machine learning, all right? And again, all eyes are on innovation there, okay? So how do you see AI changing that landscape? Because it does, right? It
Yeah,
does.
so the
Yes.
cloud cost optimization is observability are basically all the like dashboarding and up and the metrics there are based out of the historical data. And if you can using those emerging technology, that will like definitely create like a trained models based on your existing information, and based on the existing information, like the trained model will definitely create like a data science things, and you can definitely use multiple uh, emerging technology, AI, ML, or any cloud native machine learning algorithms, and like a chat GPT like right now, and all these things.
Beautiful.
Yes.
What about roles in the organizations? Okay, at least in your experience, all right. So where this expertise resides in the like medium to large organizations? Is it like in every software engineer head, or there got to be at some point center of excellence, maybe some other ways to summarize the knowledge and just to be more efficient with approach inside the organization? What do you think?
Right, yeah. So if you are like a small to medium organization, or the large organization there, so I mean like there is like a teams like developer, cloud engineers, cloud FinOps, or like cloud DevOps engineer there, and so we had to be like create like a FinOps culture or cloud center of excellence team there, step by step, because the cloud cost billing is day by day is increasing there. So someone has to be take a control of those cloud cost optimization, and providing the training in their team. So this kind of thing is definitely improved day by day, your cloud cost optimization and training there. So the training is one of the most important thing as well. And hiring, like for external, like the consultant through this like FinOps strategy, it will be definitely grateful help for the small to medium organization there.
We see the increased demand for AI as a service for cloud optimization purposes.
So yes, yeah, as AI is definitely emerging technology, and it can be helpful for the cloud cost optimization and observability, and I'm sure I don't see any right now any product. So there are like AI and AI and machine learning mostly using for the different technology, different data as a source data, but I don't see any product which is mainly used for like cloud cost optimization data or observability platform there. But like I'm sure like people are currently trying to using that for AI and ML for prediction for the next few months, and like the like forecasting there. So those kind of like data prediction and the forecasting, the people are using for AI ML
Chandresh,
right now.
do you see the future? I mean, I'm not asking you to predict the future. I'm asking for your opinion in terms of where cloud optimization will go, because frankly, the FinOps discipline is relatively new. Don't you think? I mean, on top of DevOps and financial management, right? So where do you see the future? Because we wanted to mention, this year and beyond. How do you see this area developing for, again, business benefits and for actually practitioners' benefits?
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned that earlier, the cloud cost and the cloud spend is like day by day increasing, and this year it is almost close to $600 billion, and next couple of years it will be goes to the $1 trillion market. So if the cloud spend is increasing, then this cloud cost optimization and has to be like it's more and more demanding in this year as well as the coming next year as well. So I'm sure like a FinOps strategy, FinOps platform, many people currently using there, and they are like trying to build an like more and more robust and mature platform for like any cloud cost optimization observability. So I'm sure it will be it's like more trending market in the future, man.
Do you have any career advice, okay, for people who may be thinking, right, about joining the forces and become more knowledgeable than it's like very basic understanding of cloud observability? So do you have any advice for those who kind of considering to dive deeper? Is it paying off? Is it like good opportunity in the marketplace? I mean, how do you see this area developing?
Yeah, so this like pillar is definitely increasing demand right now. So for example, like if you need to architect your cloud infrastructure, then you need like a cloud architect role there. And if you have data pipeline, or for example a DevOps pipeline, then you need like a DevOps professional. So those fields are definitely mature and like trending demand there. But like other side, if you can see the observability and the cloud cost pillar there, so those thing is still like, people are like cloud engineers doing there, or FinOps professional is doing there. But like if your cloud infrastructure is going bigger and bigger, then like cloud cost optimization practitioner or FinOps practitioner, those kind of like people are definitely demanded in this future years.
Seeing
Yeah.
where industries and sectors are moving. So, do you know what are the specific industries where the impact of cloud optimization may be particularly pronounced?
This is not particularly specific like a domain things. So let's
Mhm.
say if the company is using the cloud, any of the cloud there, and the cloud billing and the cost has been increasing, right? And so as a practitioner has to be know that where the cost has been utilized, no matter how it is like finance domain or telecom domain or any other domains there. So this is based on the cloud usage and optimization. So yeah, it is it's, I'm sure like it will be the practitioner should be know all these things based on the historical data and the current usage and metrics and performance accordingly.
If you could point out, some of the
So
resources. I
yes, the FinOps platform, like FinOps.org, it's one of the best platform to learn this FinOps strategy. And FinOps is like multiple certification, like FinOps practitioner, FinOps professional, and there are like other certification as well, like a container and other in Azure, AWS, and so this is like a cloud centric. But yes, there are like best place to learn all the FinOps strategy in that website. Another thing, let's say if you are like trying to learn the cloud cost optimization technique in AWS, then AWS has also their own documentation and platform like cloud financial management in AWS, and I'm sure Azure and Google Cloud has their own documentation and the blogging site there as well. So you can definitely learn each like different techniques there for how to optimize the cost. And so optimizing the cost is one of the biggest thing as well, because few companies are like using the techniques, but like for example like a reservation and those kind of commitment based discount. So those things you can properly see there in documentation, and people like implement those things. I'm sure it will be help into those websites there.
Fantastic, fantastic. For detailed information, posts, and just incredible resources, I encourage everyone to follow Chandresh Desai on LinkedIn. Okay, I do that, and he's incredibly productive and very well respected in LinkedIn community. So please find Chandresh and just become part of his network. Otherwise, yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're really expanding each other horizons and educating each other, in everything we know. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for
Thank you.
knowledge and experience you're sharing, right? In conclusion, would you like to close with few takeaways in terms of the most productive strategies, in terms of approaches that you found working, so that our audience can remember this conversation by?
Right. Yeah. So I will definitely talk one point as a the cloud cost optimization observability is like a responsibility for developers, engineers, and executive as well. And it will be one of the pillar in the cloud financial management or as well as in the observability platform as well. So I'm sure like if we are talking about the cloud architecture, if we are talking about DevOps, then we also need to be talk about the cloud financial management as like a FinOps, or as a cloud observability is there. So those things is definitely important into the cloud journey, to be utilize the proper resources and make it efficient and sustainability. Yeah.
Maybe few more, I don't know, points before I let you go. Okay, few more points, how to kind of, self-improve, how to really, if you are already a practitioner, right, if you're just
Mhm.
an engineer who is familiar, right, with the discipline, but not necessarily taking time, right, maybe few takeaways and few tips how just to be more productive on your workplace.
So I think if you are like already like doing the cloud practitioner in FinOps strategy or the cloud financial management, I'm sure like AWS providing, or Azure and Google Cloud providing like a lot of data regarding your cloud usage and services, and those data is definitely important to analyze, and you can definitely create some kind of dashboarding. And AWS also providing like a dashboarding things. You can use all the dashboarding techniques, and based on those things, you can implement in your like day-to-day life. Like let's say for example, it's one of the EC2 instances, so you are tracking cost as well as the CPU metrics, and according to like does it underutilize or is it overutilize, and the cost is properly managed that way, or you have any option there to be convert that into the like a reserve instance, or you have like option to convert it into the like a spot instance there. So those way you can like get like maximum uh, like application output, as well as you can also get the maximum biggest like optimization and resource saving accordingly.
Thank you again so very much, Chandresh. Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.